Hello, this is Charlene Lee, and welcome to another episode of Socialize This. Today I have as my guest Jeff Stanquist, Senior Director of Evangelism at Microsoft. Again, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I want to talk a little bit about Channel 9 and what a great community you've been able to build there. Really active and cohesive. What are some of the secret sauces behind building a successful community?
Participate as much as you want customers to participate. It's like the golden rule, I think, of community. You want people to come and participate on, these sites and embrace them, then you better be out there yourselves. And so I think, that's number one. I think, two, trying to listen, and trying to understand and nurture it. In all honesty, the way that I often tell people to drive and run community, I actually say everything I learned about running community, I learned tending bar in college. And what I mean by that is a great bartender knows when he needs to jump in and facilitate a conversation. He's out there and somebody's lonely, and you may set up topics and have conversations. Sometimes they need to, just stand back and serve up the drinks and stay out of the conversation because it's none of their business. We need to do that with a great community and kind of pull back. If you look at, sometimes we need to provide entertainment to make sure that there's something for people to go do. And, our content on Channel 9 is maybe that. Last but not least, sometimes you have to kick out your best customers. Maybe they're not, being friendly with others and they need to be shown the door, and maybe they get to come back later. So you have to kind of moderate and make sure that you have, everybody's being respectful of one another. But it's really, it's either one of those posts. Everything I learned in bar learned in college, attending bar is what doing community or being nice in kindergarten.
That's a great analogy. Yeah. Now, you brought some props here today. These are the Channel 9 guys.
Yep.
And they're squishy little things. Talk a little bit how you use those to build community.
I think I've always wanted something that is more of a manifestation that you can give away and do this. So we give these out at conferences, but the first time we gave them away, we wanted a cool, kind of thing to have, and the design process was robots are cool. Let's make a robot. And so we made a robot, and he looked like a 9 guy, and David Shadle, a designer in our team, came up with them. And then from there, we had these guys created. Didn't know how to give them out. Didn't really have a plan, didn't have a big process. So I put up on the website, if you want a Channel 9 guy, send us a postcard. Well, a week later, I got 2 or 3 postcards. The week after that, I got about 20. The next thing you know, the mail room had like a bag for me. And in my office, and we're actually going to build a big collage around it, from all around the world. Like, name a country, we have a Channel 9 guy. Our audience for Channel 9 is not just American-based. It's actually, we have a very well-distributed percentage of traffic from all around the world. And we get postcards from all over the place, people wanting a Channel 9 guy. We don't ask for a self-addressed stamped envelope, but just send us a postcard, and there's a bit of sharing. People take these, and we get photographs, and it's a really fun thing. So for us, it's, if somebody likes what they're doing and wants to be part of a community, and they take this with this, and some people take and put a little hook in it and hang it from the Christmas trees. It's very, very versatile. But, it's just something that we can kind of give back and give to the community as well, too.
Now, I want to ask you about how you measure the success of the community. Lots of activity, lots of dialogue. You learn a lot at Microsoft from the people. What are the metrics you use? I'm
a simple guy. Do you have an audience or not? And are they growing? So it's, you look at traffic. Are they engaged? And are they, and what kind of engagement? So are they commenting and so forth? Is it a remarkable type thing? Don't just measure the traffic on your site. I mean, that's one of the mistakes people, what are my page views and things like that. Are people linking to your content? Look at citations. You can go through and you can use a number of different tools. Actually, my favorite is bloglines.com has a wonderful citation search. Every day you go and you look and see, are people on Twitter, and you use different search engines to find out who's talking about your content. So you go and you look and see, that type of activity. Then the last one is are they satisfied? Are they happy? In a business perspective, if you're a large company, you're trying to analyze this type of things, one thing I recommend is you probably do some sort of customer satisfaction survey. You probably go and you can measure and you can figure out how happy your customers are. If you have a relationship, if you have an online community, go survey the customers very carefully, but survey the customers that are visiting your online community. Survey them as well, too, and use the same kind of profiling. And try and match that data and see, hopefully that customer is much more happier. If they're not happier, well, then you're not having a great impact with your customers.
So it's not really about generating sales. It's really around customer satisfaction, customer engagement, whatever that means.
It's about communication and conversation. So with Channel 9, what we try and do is, for 9, we really focus on the developer customer. And so how do we go reach them in such a way that is authentic, that really, separates away from the marketing and the sales and things like that. And that's evangelism. I work in the evangelism division of Microsoft. We're not quoted by, have sales quotas. We're all about this communication with customers. And so looking and connecting, it isn't about how many sales we generate. It's do we have great, happy customers that are interested in using our products.
Very interesting.
The sales will come after that, hopefully.
Right. Now, just a thing to close up with, you see a lot of new technologies, especially in your role, working with all these great developers. What emerging technology are you excited about, and how do you see it being used inside the community?
I'll be really honest. I'm all about Windows 7 right now. I've got 3 or 4 machines. My wife is actually getting moved over to Windows. She doesn't know this, but by the time this airs, I have my laptop, my work machine, my wife machine. I'm running Windows 7 across all machines. It's a wonderful, great operating system. So I'm just really, really excited about that.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to step outside of Microsoft.
Okay. What have I gotten recently that I just really, really like? Oh, boy. You know what? This is kind of in the Microsoft thing, but I'll be honest. There's a product called Play On. And Play On lets me go to Hulu. It lets me do a number of different on-demand and downloading a video, and it actually lets me bring it to my local PC and device on a scheduled basis. Actually, it will even let me take it to an Xbox, so I'm kind of there. But this product, Play On, is actually a great thing. It'll let you take media to your Xbox or your PS3. So all those shows that you see on Hulu.com that I watch TV late in my room, a bedroom like this, you can actually watch them on demand on your device.
Oh, neat. So you can be disconnected, take it on the plane with you.
Exactly.
And you can actually take your content from the site too.
We make all of our content available in many formats. So that's really an important part of what we do. We're very inclusive in how we reach that. All of our content is available. You can download it for an iPod, you can download it for a Zune, you can take it with you.
But Hulu and other places you can't do that. So.
Exactly.
Good. Makes it easier.
Okay.
Well, great. Well, thanks for joining me again today.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for another episode of Socialize This. This is Charlene Lee.